Hey guys, welcome to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and today we're talking about Star Wars Rebels Season 4, Episode 9. Sadly, the last episode showing in 2017. They're going to take the Christmas break, as they always do, and eventually, somewhere around spring 2018, they plan to come back with the rest of the last season of Star Wars Rebels. Now, in this episode, I gotta tell you guys, this was a fantastic episode, and they left us off a humongous and amazing cliffhanger. I thought they were gonna do something a little bit more spectacular, but I still really enjoyed this episode nonetheless. So, what happened is we actually start out with the fight on the barricade of lothal. Remember, Thrawn has a whole bunch of ships barricading any ship of the Rebel Alliance to come in. And of course the Rebels decided last week that they would hop in their airplanes and come over and try to not only destroy that barricade, but come in and help lothal. So, who do we got? We got just a little. We don't have, remember, they even talked about it last episode. They cannot afford to put in tons and tons of X-wings in the whole flight of ships that they did in episode 6. Because they're saving that for the Death Star in episode 4 and episode 5 and episode 6. They cannot risk sending a whole gigantic fleet to help one little planet. But they can ship in a couple of X-wings, and in this episode, we get not Y-wings, not some other plane or ship in Star Wars. We get a couple of X-wings, just sort of a small little X-wing battalion led by, of course, Hera, to try to get through the blockade of lothal, and they do. Unfortunately, we lose a lot of people. Thankfully, we still have Hera, and we also have some other pilot that Hera was friends with that did survive, but they eventually do get shot down by Thrawn. And Thrawn sends his little assassin after her. You know, his little... I don't know what he is. He seems to be a bounty hunter to me, but I don't know. He's some sort of assassin for Thrawn, which is really, really cool to me. And then what happens is, of course, on the ground, our other team, which is, of course, Ezra and the rest of the guys, blow up, you know, they blow up factories, they blow up big guns trying to protect the new little, I can't remember what it's called, guys. A TIE Defender, I believe that's what it's called. It's called TIE Defender, right? I just think it's a TIE. I just think it's a really cool looking TIE ship. You know, TIE fighter ship. It's called the TIE Defender. I don't know why it's called Defender at all, in my opinion, but it's a really cool ship, and they're going to be, of course, once they get through the blockade, they hope to destroy that factory, and that's why the guys on the ground started blowing up big guns, tower guns, trying to make sure they can't shoot down the guys up above, but unfortunately, they do. And eventually, through a little bit of an adventure, Hera finds her other partner, and along with Chomp, they eventually get captured by, that is right, Price, that little assassin that I think is a bounty hunter, and Thrawn. So Thrawn has Hera. The other Chomper and the other little pilots that was alive with Hera actually get pretty much saved by, of course, Caleb Doom. And I love the fact that we are now calling him Caleb Doom. He's really starting to understand in my opinion, that he needs to, I think he needs to become Caleb Doom. And there's something with that wolf in this episode when he is driving back to save Hera. The wolf shows up, says Doom again, and he just understands. I think he needs to become Caleb Doom again, which I think is absolutely awesome in my opinion. And of course, because of the relationship between him and Hera, he definitely wants to save her. And I think he has a plan to save her. Of course, that won't happen until 2018. I absolutely loved this season. I think it is the best season in my opinion. Season 2 was a fan favorite. Definitely my favorite season because of Ahsoka, and the battle between Darth Vader and Ahsoka was just incredible. But I think this season started off on a really, really good note, and I think it's going to end off on a really, really big note. I don't know if it's necessarily good, but it's going to end up on a big note. I definitely think we are going to see Darth Vader back sometime in the season. He's not going to be a very large villain or anything else, because of course we have Thrawn. I do not want Thrawn to die in this season. I want Thrawn to survive in this season, and eventually they can send him off to, the Outer Rim, or whatever you call it, the big space. I'm calling it the big space. They're going to send him during the events of the original trilogy, and of course that would eventually mean that the Thrawn novels and legends could eventually become canon somewhat. I think it would absolutely be awesome if we get another, not necessarily a new Thrawn trilogy, but something during, after episode 6, between episode 7 and 6, a nice little meme between Thrawn and Luke again, just like they did in the books of Thrawn, But man, this was just an awesome season, guys. I hope you guys really did enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below, what are you excited for in the next part of this season? How do you think this season's going to end? Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Bye!